Coo, 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 coo. Ka, 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 ka.
Billy, go get those seagulls!
Mom, that one over there has one leg and it's eating all my Zeppelis.
I don't give a damn. Get me a beer, Billy, and make it fresh on the double.
Come on down to the water gun game. Get your pistols ready. Where's your... Dad, I want to go play the water gun game. Well, we got the wheel of fortune. Spin the wheel. Step right up, Sonny. They only need one more player.
Shut up, Billy. I already bought you a new pair of socks.
We only need one more player. Come on down. Give it a try. Swing the wheel of fortune. I did. I want a lollipop.
Shut up, Billy. Give me a beer.
That is what summer is.
Get me a beer, Billy.
Dad, what are the seagulls doing? Caw, caw, caw.
Billy, the seagulls need the food.
But that's my ice cream cake that I just bought from this night. Well, come on down. I got an ice cream cake. You want to win the mini golf game and then spin the wheel of fortune. I hit you with the hammer and then you can get the ice cream cake at the end. It's only $75. Dad, it's only $75. Let me just get the ice cream cake, baby.
Let me get some sugar. Billy, you don't need any more sugar. Let me get a beer, Billy. Billy, where's your mother? Tell her to shut your ass up.
But Dad, I'm drowning in the pool. This shark.
I don't care if the sharks are eating. But Dad, Billy, I said shut up and give me a beer.
But Dad,
Billy, stop choking. I swear to God, Billy. Billy, I said stop choking.
Is that not Summer? I'm pretty sure that's Summer encapsulated in a story about Billy. Dad, I want to...
Well, come on down to the water gun game. We only need 2 more players to play the water...
Dad, I want to play the water gun game.
Shut your ass up, Billy.
Billy wants what he can't have, man. And Dad's here to say,
no, give me a beer.
welcome to the podcast. What do we call this one again? Captain's Log, Dwelling in the Corner, Rainbows and Sunshine. Fuck, I think this is 30? Was last episode 30? This is 30 of Rainbows and Sunshine. This is 30, I think, of Rainbows and Sunshine. This is 12 pesos. It's a lovely song for you. It's a lovely song for me. It's a lovely song for the weekend. I like that part a lot. That's mad jungly. That part. All right, that's enough of that, honestly. That's enough of that, I said. The fuck is it today? It's, yeah, I'm tired of you and I already started, all right? Give the guy a break. It's June 10th. It's 11 o'clock. It's about an hour past my bedtime. You know, but it's been an unusual week, man. This is the problem with these. I don't understand. They just, like, go out. Like, why? Like, why? But yeah, today is a day, man. I don't really know what we're going to talk about. I kind of had a couple things. I wrote some things down on the desk. Can I be honest, though? I don't really, I'm recording back here. If you have any clue, I've recorded most of these not here. Well, some of these have been here. But some of the more recent ones have not been here. But we're back in the lair. The thing is, I haven't really spent a whole lot of dwelling time in the lair recently. So on account of that, a whole lot of other critters and gargoyles have posted up in the lair in wake of my absence to make, a mockery of me. And I wanted to say that, but I don't know if those are even the right words to say. Make a mockery? I mean, who the fuck, What, the bugs are making a mockery? The spiders are making a mockery of me? You know what they are? Okay? And it's not the spiders that I have the problem with, because the spiders are cool, but like there was this other critter back here and I thought it was a mouse. Why did I think it was a mouse? Because it was scraping the wall. Like you could hear it. Like, you know how you can't hear? Think about a spider. Long, slender, lanky legs, scary colors. Those are the things. Blood, Harry Potter. Like, those are the things you think of when you think of a spider. Probably in some of those orders. Halloween. Let me get this spider eye in my witch's potion. Some shit like that for your day. That's probably what you think about when you think of a spider. Now think about a spider walking. Probably don't make a whole lot of noise because they mad fucking creepy. They sneaking up on you. They ain't be making noise. They be sneaking up. Why is that? Because they're the goddamn, they're the criminals of the insect, They're that thief in the night. They're like, you ever seen that porn where like, and I'm sure you have. So don't say no. Like where the guy lets somebody else come into his home and take care of his wife, make her a souffle, if you will. I don't know about a souffle, maybe make her a pie, and then the guy gets in there and, he's happy about it for some reason. It's interesting. I wonder if there's something there, that people find that hot for whatever reason. Who am I to judge? But anyway, that's what spiders are, man. They're that guy that sneaks into your house and makes a pie with your wife. And maybe you gave the spider the okay, but I'm not thinking so. And that's what the spiders are out here, man. They're creeping along. And why am I talking about the creeping along spiders? Because I'm scared of them, okay? Secondly, because I knew this wasn't a spider. This thing was scraping. But you know what? I ain't heard any. It was scraping the wall like a mouse. Some type of wasp sect of ind. But I think a spider got it because I ain't hear it crawling around. It kind of got out of the wall, went into the wall. That's the weird thing. I've tried to like do different iterations of this to make it less spider-like, but anything you do just makes it creepy for one reason or another. You don't want a behind of anything because, I mean, think about what's going on behind your wall, And here's the thing. I'm going to tell you to think of a lot of things. So that's 2 for tonight. Think about some creepy-ass spiders and then think about what's behind the wall. You probably don't want to because it's mad scary. I had this crawl space that was in my room and, like, at my old house, and we literally, like, did the construction on it. Like, it wasn't there. Like, I'm probably going to do that like 85 times because there's I heard a leaf move and I'm like, shit. Yo. But anyway, I had this because we did the construction on the house. So like I knew for a fact that like nobody was living there. Like we tore the roof down and built that crawl space. There was nobody there. And then I'm like, oh, well, maybe he got in there, Like, think about a little hatch and tell me there ain't some scary man living in there. Maybe you don't have a healthy amount of fear in your life. Maybe you don't have a healthy amount of fear. That's all I'm saying. What's going on, though, today? What did I say the date was? It's January 10th. January 10th. That's how stoned I am. I don't know if it's January. I read January, and I told you January. It's June. I mean, what's going on? I got COVID, man. It's not good, bro. I don't like having COVID. I don't really understand how this is still going on, why this is still going on, why I have to reap the ramifications of the vid, that dirty vid hitter, baby, up in your nostrils. Not good. Not good for me, not good for you. It's just, you hear that? You hear that snuffleupagus? You hear it in my voice? I had the worst fever. I slept from, whatever. That's fucking boring as shit. Boring as shit. What are we to talk about, though? That's the thing. When there's somebody else here, this is great. But when it's just me, I'm forced to face the facts with myself. I'm forced to sit camera to camera, look at you, look at me, and face the facts of the day, man. Excuse me. I can't hide from it. I can't be like, oh, what's good with you, Johnny? Let me make some jokes about what's going on over here. Because the only thing going on over here is just this. It is summer, which is good. But, it's weird because it's at this point, I've been on a grind for a while. And you know what? You might say, Alec, why would you say that? And that's fine. You could think whatever you want. Maybe you're working harder than me. Good for you. Good for you, bud. I think we all work hard in our own ways. There's some of us don't, but I think I don't want to. I mean, I do want to work hard, but I don't care for having a job per se. I like certain jobs, but certain jobs are just not good. And maybe one of those jobs is one of the jobs that I have right now. And maybe you're one of the people that work at that job, and, don't take it personal. It's not about you, or it might be about you, because it's, take it however you want, It's summertime, though, and it's been a lot, really. It's, and I love saying that because what does that mean? Nothing. It's been a lot, really. I mean, it's such a maze that there's no cheese. Where's the cheese, man? You put the rat in the maze, the rat gets the cheese. They got to put some cheese or some shit out for me because I don't know which way the end of the tunnel is. And I think the thing is you're in the maze forever, really. You'll never fully get out of the maze. And this is some high talk right now. My walls are down. My barrier to being high walls are down. If I go to the gym and I go sit in the sauna, it just bears my walls. It takes my walls down. It leaves me open for business. For that monster to creep inside and get me real high. Sometimes I've been smoking a lot and it don't really do anything to me, but then sometimes I don't smoke at all and it does a lot to me. I think it depends maybe upon my mood. If I want it to get me or if I don't want it to get me, am I feeling, wow, that's crazy. Do you think weed affects you based on your mood? That's probably factual. If you're feeling that's probably very factual. Although, who knows? It's terrible, though, man. I got COVID again. It was nice because I got to not work and I got to sleep. But I don't really, need to... I need to sleep, but I think it's so stupid. I wish there was another way. I wish we didn't have to, nap all the time and sleep and get tired. Why couldn't we just charge ourselves? And I guess that's essentially what sleep is you're charging yourself. You plug yourself in that wall. You plug yourself in that wall. I don't know. You plug yourself in that bed wall and you take that nap and you're charging yourself. But it's stupid. I don't want to sleep. I want to do things. I want more hours in the day. How about give me more hours in the day, so I could do more things, so I could sleep more? I mean, it'll never be enough. My ideal scenario will never happen. And that's such a profound thought, really, is it'll never be more hours in the day, and I want it to be. I feel like I never have enough time to complete all the tasks in the day that I need to, ever. I wouldn't maybe mind going to work for 8, 9, 10 hours a day if I had more than 6 on the other end. Because if you doing 8, 10 hours every day, and with commuting to some places, it depends, I'm doing like 10 hours generally. So it's like I only have like 6 hours besides that. And I love when people are like, but it's what you do with the 6 hours. Bitch, I ain't do shit with the 6 hours. I'm going to look at my phone for 4 hours at least. And I'll be damned if I don't. Like, that shit addictive as hell. Of course I want to look at my phone. I mean, who doesn't want to look at their phone and just scroll? And then, I tell myself, stop looking. Close the phone, close the app, walk away. But it doesn't matter. You go back, man. It sucks you in. Sucks you in just like McDonald's. It's that drug. Who knows really? What are you doing right now? I wonder if... But it's wild, It's like you have the job, then you have the other job. Now I'm sick, which is sick. I haven't minded being sick other than the fact that you can't do anything, which is really all the ways you could look at it. There's 2 ways you could look at it. You could be like, oh, sick, I don't have to do anything. But you're like, oh, sick, I can't do anything. And those are the 2 ways you could look at it. Which is why it's like, who even gives a damn, I mean, I feel like I'm sick a lot. That's why I am who gives a damn. And it's not fun. Like, I don't understand why I got to get sick all the time. I heard somebody talking about the fact that there's like a scoop in their nasal passage, so all that bacteria keeps getting held up in that nasal passage, and then they just like give that out into the world. Or they don't give that out into the world. That doesn't make any sense. I start looking off at other things, and I'm like, yeah, just keep talking. Just keep saying things. And I'm like, what's over there? What's over there? That's a mosquito. That's why I'm cool with the spiders. It was a scratch. I was scratching the inside. That's why I'm cool with the spiders, because the spiders be eating the mosquitoes. Or they're supposed to, in the bedtime fairy tales. They say the spiders eat the mosquitoes. That's why I'm cool with the spider mosquitoes. But it's also like, why do I need to... And if you could keep track of all the things I'm trying to say, good for you, because a lot of it is like not in the right order. But it's like similar thoughts of the same thing that have just been like going on. But it's like, when do you not need to like care anymore? Like, you're kind of always on the hook for like mad responsibility and shit. And it's like, you kind of want to get to the point where you're not on the hook for anything and you could just kind of do your own thing. And people are always like, oh, be adventurous and do things with your life. I'm like, okay, well, you got to get a job and make money to do things with your life. But if you have a job and make money, then you can't do anything with your life because you don't have any time because you have the job. So it's like, who is that for? Who are these people? And I know who most of these people are. These are people who, have money somehow. Me, I guess I don't, I guess I don't have any money. I sit in the shed and I get high. That's vacation for me. I get high. I take a vacation from reality. And I go to Highland, but that Highland, is overrated sometimes because it's mad spooky out there. I be telling you that. It's spooky. You start hearing voices, which is not good.
but it's also good. But you're not hearing voices. You start making up what people are saying. You know, you're like, oh, is that somebody through the wall? Oh, they're talking shit about me? You know, when you're high, you think everybody's talking shit about you. And maybe if you're me, they are. But then it's also like they say that you're not. They're not. You know, like if they're, like people are like, oh, people don't care about you. They're not thinking about you, which is probably true. But then it's like when I'm at the gym, I look at every single motherfucker and I study them all. And I think about this person and their life, and I think about this person and their life. And then I see these people every day. So then I start making up whole stories about these people. And then maybe I get a couple questions in one day. We say hello one day. I'm making up whole stories about these people. You know, so maybe they are thinking about you. Maybe they are talking shit about you. You know, who am I to say? I mean, people are bored. Of course they're going to talk shit and make assumptions and think things about other people. They're not going to sit there and just mind their business. That sounds like the most boring thing in the world, to mind your business. You know, this motherfucker today, like, I went right over to my friend and I said, look at this person on the treadmill. And there's a lot of peculiar behavior that happens in the gym. You know, but there's a lot of peculiar behavior that happens everywhere. Like, I told him that. He goes like, there's always somebody here, like, doing some shit like that. And I'm like, yeah, man, I know. There's always somebody everywhere doing some shit like that. And I wish it would be more often, and I've said this before. You know, I wish more often people were like, fuck, I'm going to break the rules, you know? I love a good old-fashioned rule breaking. You know, and not to get, like, really, like, fucked up, but, like, maybe that's why, maybe that, like, I think the ultimate form of that is what happened in Texas and Uvalde or whatever the name of that town is, and all these other places with all these mass firings of real water guns at humans. And I don't know why I tried to make it sound like better than it was, because it's not. But like, that's the ultimate form of it, which I don't like. But I love a good outburst. You know, I love when people try to like challenge the norm. And I think we're getting more and more people that are like, screw this shit. We're gonna challenge the norm. You know, and while that's not good, you know, I mean, it's weird because you think about it, a lot of people think super negatively of days like January 6th, which I guess is correct. But then also on the other hand, it's like, let's start some shit, you know? That's terrible. Is that terrible to say? I don't know what that sounds like to anybody who just heard that. I mean, these are just off-the-cuff thoughts about things while high, looking at spiders on the side of the wall. Let's start some shit. I mean, it's mad boring and the rules suck, you know? Like, that's why I love breaking the rules, because the rules suck. You know, I'm at the point where I'm going to try to, like, do some other things just to, like, you know, waste some time, because I just don't give it, like, it's such a pain, man. And it's like the prices of everything go up except for the prices of our earnings, you know, but whatever. You know, I'm just going to sit here, drink some kombucha that I spent way too much money on. Damn, we're coming out with it tonight. I got some things to say. What else I got to say? What else am I thinking of? But it's such a. I really want to just like, and I don't want to say this because I don't think I am, but I do want to quit my job, and I've wanted to quit a job before. There's a lot of jobs that I've liked. There's only like one job that I've ever quit, and then there were a lot of jobs that I had to quit for one reason or another, like moving or you know, season change and shit like that, and or more money and stuff like that, you know. But it's like I'm so on the hook for everything, and I don't really like it, you know. I wish that maybe more I could be on that steed just riding through, you know. I wonder if like that was way better, you know? I think everybody does. I think that guy, excuse me by the way. I think that guy who like eats all the meats and shit, like he's like, "Oh yeah, it was better," you know, back then. He's like that guy, you know, who's like, "Yeah, like our ancient ancestors used to eat balls and dicks right off like gorillas for strength, you know." And he's like, "That's what you gotta do. You gotta grab a gorilla by its dick and take that fork knife, put a little salt on it, and eat that shit if you want to be a real man. If you want to be a real man, you gotta eat a gorilla's dick while it's still on the gorilla." I mean, could you imagine anything more terrifying than trying to eat a gorilla's dick while the gorilla was still alive? But on the other hand, I mean, Liver King, till I see you eat a gorilla's dick off a gorilla, like you ain't a man. You're not a real man, and you're not an ancient ancestor, because that's what our ancient ancestors would have did. They would have taken a lion. Here's the list of animals: gorilla, lion, alligator. If they got dicks, you know, you could try to eat anything off the alligator. Okay. Shark dick. Eat a shark dick. Eat any predator tiger for sure. If you could get, but that gorilla would be hard, bro. That gorilla would cause I heard, not gonna lie, that gorillas got small ass. They pack in small, and maybe they're a lot bigger than me, but maybe proportionally it's small. Who the hell knows? Do gorillas have big or small penises? That's a great question. Do gorillas have big or small penises? I have a computer. But how crazy is a foxhound? Huh. For such creatures, genital size is irrelevant, so they've stayed small. Yeah, but how small? Oh, this is probably what I want. Why does gorillas have small penis compared to human? I knew this. Look at that. There's some facts for you. Gorillas have 4-inch penises. That's small compared to that's big compared to me. That's about like human size though, and gorillas are massive. So again, try to take a 4-inch dong and bite that shit off, Liver King. He'll rip your face off. You ain't a real man. You ain't. That's all I got to say on that. But like, I wonder if it would be like better to like do that, to be like not a gorilla dick eater, but like a guy that like lives out there in the land, and like maybe like farms a bit, or is a hunter of sorts. I think a hunter would probably be fun. I could also be a farmer or a hunter. I don't think I really care to do any of this other shit, I mean, I would. You know what it is? It's like you're doing all this shit for like places you don't care about. And that's wild, because it's like I am getting paid for it. But then it's like I don't care. I'm like, this isn't even my like stuff, but some of it is my stuff, I guess. It's wild, because it's like, why wouldn't you be the electrician for the group? Like the handyman for the group who builds everything. But and then it's like, well, it's not my group. My group is somewhere else. But then it's like, well, it is your group. But then it's like, maybe I'm just not taking ownership of that group, and we're just hashing it out. That's what we're doing right now. We're just hashing it out with you, with me. With you, with me. The sunset was crazy tonight. Like, crazy. The sunset always is crazy, but like it always just feels like so nice to just look at that. It's like, wow, like look at all the emotion of the day just like torn into the sky. Like almost like the sky is crying, Stevie Ray Vaughan, baby. The sky is crying. I don't even think that's the song. I think that's a different song, and I just put those words into it. But it literally was today, you know? And I'd be lying if I didn't say some affirmations to the crying sky on my way home from the gym. Like, yeah. Like, yeah. Yeah, go get some shit. It's a good day. Like, yeah. You know, just some dumb shit. What else did we write down on the thing? I wrote down week with COVID, and I talked about COVID a bunch of times, but I'm going to bring the circle around back to the COVID again. But then it's like I got nothing to say about it. You know what is interesting? At my other job, they've been firing a lot of people, and I don't really like that. You know? I mean, I guess it's good, you know, if you don't like those people, but I did like those people. And I don't know if I don't. Some people I don't like, but then I still want them around. And I don't know what the frick that means. Because it's like I could dislike when you're directly with me, but I still like that you're around in the building. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't like people getting fired though, and I don't like the change that comes with that. Now we're knocking over water jugs and shit out here, man. There's empty jugs out here. There's things on the floor. Things thrown astray, man. But yeah, it's different. You know, it's a different summer than those summers. You know, it's a summer of so much like change and pressure, and like nobody like builds you up for that. You know, I mean, I guess somebody tried to at some point, but I probably wasn't listening. Just like I never do. I think I should probably work on that. You know, it's funny because it's like I'm saying I should try to listen to a podcast that I do where I talk to myself. How wild is that? How wild is that? But yeah, I mean, I'll probably just not give a damn. Yeah, but then some people got fired and some new people are coming back into the skew. And I don't know what this means about anything, honestly. This might have been the most boring, like, listen ever. Because I have no idea what's really even being said. You know, what's being hashed out are the details of the existence, you know. But that's really it, you know. It's... yeah. You know what's crazy, though? I think sometimes you're like, oh, let me go to war because it's, like, so boring here. And, like, nothing really happens at all. Like I said in the last one, like, it's like, at this point, I've almost done everything, you know? And not everything. You know, again, I haven't had the family. But here we go talking about that. But, wow. Wow. We're just looking at a picture of a gorilla on the screen right now. It's a different summer, man. It ain't the same summer, you know? It was nice, you know, when you were young and nothing mattered, and then you get old and everything matters. And I guess that's why they say, oh, you're not going to want to be older. Well, duh. But then when I was young, I did not say that. I think the perfect age is 21. I think you probably want to be 21 forever. Because once you get above that, you're like, fuck. But you're like trying to get to that the whole time. And then once you're there, you're like, okay, well, damn, is that sad? Is that the truth? Because it's like once you're after that, you're like, shit. I mean, 22 is like, I'm still 21. But then you're like 23. And then once you say 24, you're getting old. And that's where I'm at. That's exactly where I'm at. I'm like, well, shit. I mean, We accomplished a lot in the 23, in the Jordan year, if you will. I'm excited. I think most of it happened in your Taylor Swift year, your 22, which is dumb, but that's definitely what it is your Taylor Swift year. Who's your 21? That's your Tiki Barber year, baby. You're a great running back, but you ain't winning shit. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's like sometimes you're just preparing for something, but nothing ever like happens. I mean, what's supposed to happen? You're supposed to what? Just continue to work a job? Like, why is the whole point of it to work a job? Like, aren't there so many other things we do? Like, the most important one has to be the shittiest one, which is work a job? I mean, I don't even know what to say about that, because that is what it is. And it's like so much like, oh, the game sucks, because that's what the game is. The game is like, well, you got to get a job to make a bunch of money to spend all the money. But it's like, don't I have so many other things to offer? It's like, yeah, well, you only have those things to offer if somebody hires you to offer them. It's like, well, how do I get somebody to offer me to talk shit about people or do nothing or play video games and get high? How do I get somebody to give me money to play video games and get high, man? That would be the best job. Me and my buddy been talking about that, just getting high, going to the gym, and watching Love Island. It's a wild show, man. I got to give it mad credit, though, for getting me through all of COVID. Like, it got me through that original spurt where we were, like, all home for a month and so scared we didn't even, like, text each other for a while. Or at least that's like, the first month of COVID, me and my friends, like, forgot each other existed. Like, we spent a whole month, like, not talking. And then we were like, oh, you know what? We could text. And then we're like, oh, wait. Let's just get wasted. And wasn't that a great time? And wasn't that a great time? But I watched so much Love Island. I watched all of Love Island, like the British ones and shit. Like, I think I've seen like close to at least, what is it? They say you got to do 10,000 hours to be a master of something. If there's 8 seasons of 50 episodes, what is that, 4,000? 400? That's 400. They're all an hour, so that's 4,000 hours. I'm getting there. If it's 10,000 hours you're supposed to do something, and I've seen 4,000 hours of British Love Island, I've seen most of one season of U.S. Love Island sucks, though. Like, in my honest opinion, sucks. I just love, like, them talking. Like, yeah, like, I reckon I love Jess. She's a top bird, And that's a mash of the British and the Australian. That's mostly the Australian because I've been watching the season of the Australian, which isn't as good as the British one either. British one takes the cake for some reason. And it's got to be because those people are so wild. Or maybe they just do a great job casting. I think the show could be really shit. Real shite if you don't cast right. Because then you get a bunch of people that you're like, oh, man, they're insufferable. Like, this one season of Australian Love Island just has these characters that are just so insufferable. And it's like, you're so terrible. Like, why couldn't we get somebody funnier or cooler or, like, any better, like, redeeming qualities to listen to? You two are so terrible. And somebody starts talking shit to them on the show, and I'm like, hell yeah. Talk some shit to them. It's good shit. You should watch that show if you don't watch that show. I don't know why. Like, it's amazing to watch these people in the wild, and you get like into their relationship. Like, I got so like involved in I watched way too many episodes in a row. And then by the end of it, I was feeling things because the guy was like, he was with one bird, and then he dropped the bird, and then he was trying to get with another bird, but that girl didn't want him. And then at that point, he was like, fuck. You know, he's like, what am I doing? And that's what a lot of them say at one point or another. They're like, what am I doing? And it's like it's a game show manipulating people's emotions. And then it's like, when you throw love in that mix, it becomes so like wild, you know? So wild, because you feed into it. Like it's hard to like stay and be like, oh man, it's just a show, because it's like, well, you're a real person and I'm a real person and we do want to bang and beat. It's like, well, can you bang this girl? And most of the time it's, nah, you cannot bang this girl. It's upsetting, really. It's upsetting. Yeah, we went in the hideaway. Did you guys bang? Nah. Why not? Well, we just, it was so nice to just get away for a night and just chat like normal and talk a bit, like we weren't around, there weren't voices everywhere, but we didn't bang. Sometimes I'm not sure if these people are even like, I wonder if they're just like straight up like total liars. Some of them have been. Some of them, like, I found out, crazy thing, I didn't even realize this, and I had watched this season, and then somebody on the third season goes, yeah, your brother was a liar. And I'm like, her brother was who? Grant? Oh, I remember Grant. He was with Tyler. And like, I go back, I watch those episodes, and the bitch is just like, yeah, like, I'm so excited for life outside the villa. And he's like, yeah, like, I can't wait to start a life with you outside the villa. I think I really found someone here that I love. And then it's like, 1 week later, Grant had a kid with a different girl. So who the hell knows? Like, I was convinced that this one guy might have been gay. Like, I'm not sure. Who am I to pass the judgment? And then I'm like, is he just like here for this? And then some of them make comments like, oh, I'm just here for the show. Like, this one girl was like, my Instagram, look at my teats. Which is great. I loved her. I thought she was hot, and I was pissed when they voted her off the show because she was hot. Sue me. That's what's important. Wow, that's fucked up, ain't it? I said it, but it's a great show. And yeah, I don't know what this episode really was about at all. It's crazy because it's like I look at the timer and I see that I definitively did talk for 43 minutes. But like, what did I fucking say, But yeah, let's just do this for you to take you out. I just realized that even though I did it on the computer, oh man, who knows? But yeah, this has been another episode of God Knows What with Alec. And that's 12 pesos, baby. 12 pesos. I'm looking for that 13th peso tomorrow. Hopefully somebody will give me a couple of pesos. I could use a few. Peace.